Hello, my name is Mariandra Cavazos de Leon and I am of the group 504 of CIDEP Obispado, and today I will talk you about the topic of cloning. So the first amazing factor that I found is that the first mammal clone from an adult seal was the Dolly the sheep in 1996. The two relevant concepts of Dolly was the somatic cell nuclear and the genetic identity. So the news idea of this cloning is that a biotech company claims to clone a pet cat with its exactly personality. What do you think? It's true or false? Here is the reference cited.
Hi, my name is Fernanda Garza, and this video is about bringing extinct species back to life. Did you know that scientists are working to bring back the woolly mammoth? Yep, like in Jurassic Park, but obviously instead of using dinosaurs, they are using mammoths. Here is a crazy fact about this topic. Scientists have reconstructed over 60% of the woolly mammoth's genome, and they are combining it with an Asian elephant DNA to create a hybrid. This could actually happen in the next few years. One concept that is related to this topic is the genetic engineering that is the science behind all this. Basically, it means changing the DNA of a living thing. In this case, researchers use a tool called CRISPR Cas9, which works like molecular scissors. With this, scientists cut the DNA of an elephant and insert two the mammoth genes, like the ones for TIC4, cold resistance, and body size. This goal is to create an animal that looks and behaves like a mammoth. This whole idea is that it is called de-extinction. Some scientists say it could help restore damaged ecosystems, like, for example, mammoths might help to keep the ground in Siberia frozen and allowing down climate change. But there are obviously also some risks, like diseases, invasiveness, or harming today's ecosystem. Ethically, some ask if nature let a species go extinct, should humans really bring it back? I found a headline that says that a Japanese company announced that by 2028 they will bring back the Tasmania tiger using museum DNA and stem cells. What do you think? Real or fake news? And to close and this video, science is moving so fast, but bringing species back to life, is that progress or we are playing with fire? Thanks.
Hi, my name is Astrid Pineda, and today I'm going to talk about the topic of cloning. But first, we have to know what is a clone. So let's do it. Well, a clone is an exact genetic copy of another living organism. So that means that the clone will have the exact genetic DNA information as the original. Right now, I'm going to show you, or I'm going to explain you, two key concepts to understand more about the topic of cloning. The first one is the somatic cell nuclear transfer. So I know it may be confusing, but actually it's a technique used to create clones. And a big example of it is the Dolly the sheep. It's a method that involves transferring the nucleus of body cells, that actually is the somatic cell, into an egg cell they already have removed the nucleus before. And it's a key method to apply in cloning, but also a fundamental concept in cloning research. Actually, if you research clone, it could show you this as a key concept, because it's really important to understand it before into entering in the clone second one is the clonal selection in nature. Well, maybe it's just me, but also it can be you. When you hear clone, you hear an experimental, but actually it happens also in nature. So many plants like the strawberries and simple species like the hera natural reproduce asexually in an asexually way by cloning themselves into having another one. The cloning also occurs in bacterial reproduction, but it happens through the method of binary fusion. Right now, I hope that you make surprised. Well, I have an amazing fact about cloning. So cloning, actually in the United States in 2021, scientists successfully cloned the U.S. endearment species, a black-footed ferret named Elizabeth Ant. So this happens through using frozen cells of an amphibious ferret that already died 32 years ago. And this groundbreaking achievement shows that the cloning can help bringing back genetic diversity from the past to help save some species in our end of extinction. So to end the video, I have a challenge. You have to guess if it's a fake news or a real news. The title is The First Mouse with Two Male Parents Registered of Reaching Alcohol. A team of stem cell scientists have successfully used embryonic stem cells engineered to create a bipaternal mouse with two male parents that live until adulthood. Their results describe the autarchy and particular set of genes involved in the process and how they overcome the challenges. So what do you think? A fake news or a real news? Thank you.
In many countries like Taiwan and Colombia, cloning techniques are used to mass-produce orchids, making them affordable for everyone. So in Colombia, an agriculturist technologist named Daniel Piedrahita has dedicated his life on cloning orchids on the brink of extinction. With a collection of more than 25,000 of plants in his sanctuary, named Alma del Bosque, he seeks to preserve biodiversity and prevent the disappearance of this unique species. But cloning is not limited for plants. There are two main types of cloning in the scientific field, like reproductive cloning and therapeutic cloning. Like for example, reproductive cloning involves creating a complete organism genetically identical to another. As one example, I can give you the famous Dolly the sheep in 1996. She was experimented by using the technique of somatic cell nuclear transfer. That is that a cell was taken from the under of an adult sheep and introduced into a hollowed out egg, which was then implanted into a surrogate sheep. Then I can give you the example of therapeutic cloning. On the other hand, seeks to generate stem cells to treat disease without actually developing a complete organism, which on the other hand, human cloning raises serious ethical and legal dilemmas. Like recently in April of 2025, the Alabama House of Representatives passed a bill making a human cloning a felony. This bill, known as HB 380, established that cloning or attempting to clone a human being will be considered as a Class C felony, punishable by up to 10 years of prison. The law excludes in vitro fertilization treatments and allows scientific research into cloning non-human tissues, organs, plants, or animals. The representative, Philip Rigsby, argues that there are actually no known attempts at human cloning in Alabama or in the United States, but science is advancing rapidly and ethical and legal boundaries need to be established to prevent potential future abuses. So what do you think about this news? Do you think it's true or it is fake?
You made a f***ing direwolf.
Our incredible team made 3 direwolves so far.
Jamie, pull that up. That's
So
the pup.
We have 2 boys, Romulus and Remus, and then we have Khaleesi, who's the new girl.
Scientists bring back from extinction direwolves in 2025. Let's talk about it. Hey, my name is Camila Elizabeth Escobedo Silos. I'm of the group 504, and today I will explain you the topic of bringing extincting species back to life. Well, coming back about the news that I was telling you recently in April 2025, a US company says that they bring back to life dire wolves. There were 3 pups. Their names were Remulus, Ramis, and Khaleesi. They were trained about with dire wolf traits, but this is a real comeback or it's just clever genetics? Well, actually, these 3 little pups wasn't created with direwolf DNA. They were created with edited DNA from a gray wolf DNA. Colossal Bioscience edited around 14 genes to give them strong jaws, longer skulls, and muscular bills, traits believed to belong to the direwolves. And this was done using genetic engineering, especially a technique called CRISPR-Cas9. CRISPR works like a molecular scissors. It allows scientists to cut and replace parts of the DNA to give organism new traits. In this case, they found ancient genes linked to dire wolf's trait and insert those genes into modern gray wolf's DNA step by step. But here's a lie. These pups aren't 100% dire wolves, and this is called functional de-extinction. It means the goal is not to make an identical copy of the animal, it's just to bring back the behavior, the look, and an ecological function of this extincted species. Like the new wolves. They may be helping to rebalance ecosystems, just like the dire wolves once did. What do you think about this? There was also a rumor that says that scientists want to bring back also mammoths or dodos. Should humans bring back extinct species or focus in protecting the ones that are still alive? What do you think? See you in the next video. Bye.